And as much as we would like to hold on to summer, September is around the corner. As families prepare to get their children back to school, some are worried about expenses piling up. The Surrey School Board is asking for donations as it anticipates more people will need support this year. For more on this, we are joined by Gary Timuk, chair of the Surrey Board of Education. Gary, thanks for joining us.
No, thanks for having me, Benny.
What are the main expenses that families are struggling to pay right now?
Well, I think families are struggling to pay a variety of expenses, but certainly when it comes to getting ready for back to school for the children in their home, the basic supplies. So things like backpacks, binders, paper, pencils, erasers, glue sticks, you name it, all the basic supplies that costs on average about $60 just to get it all equipped and send kids back to school. So if a family's got a number of kids, it could add up.
Now, in terms of parents who do need that support, what kind of demand are you seeing this year compared to past years?
The demand is definitely higher than it has been, certainly in part because we're a growing school district, and we're going to, again, the previous September, but also just the economy and just everything that's going on all around us, all around the world right now is those financial pressures on individuals. And therefore, we're seeing that need. So just to put some numbers on that, a year ago, we had requests for about 1,400 backpacks with supplies. And this year, that number has grown to 2,200 already. We didn't have that many more students come into the system. It's just talking about how times are tough out there right now.
And Gary, when you see those numbers increasing, I'm curious, how is the school board supporting families in Surrey?
We will do whatever we can to help families and to make sure that students have the tools that they need to be successful in school, and also the food they need to make sure their minds are functioning properly. We can't do it ourselves. We don't have the money to do it, quite frankly, but we've got wonderful partners throughout the community who are there to help us through this challenge and help with the fundraising of funds and supplies to get us through it.
As you just mentioned, it's not something that Surrey can do alone. What kinds of solutions are you thinking about outside the school board's jurisdiction? Do you see an opportunity for the provincial government to step in with funding?
Well, the provincial government has a program in place in all school districts, and we certainly appreciate that. But the need is greater than what we have, and through the funding we get to provide public education for K through 12, it's just not in that money to be able to provide things like supplies or food. So therefore, we're working, as I mentioned earlier, with partners in the community. There are many out there who help us and are willing to do all sorts of things to raise those funds that are necessary to make sure that kids have the supplies and the food they need to be successful in their educational journey.
And Gary, we might often think about younger students, but wondering if you can speak a bit more about high school students. What kind of financial barriers do they face?
Well, it's really the same thing. I mean, the cost might be a little bit more because they might need a few more supplies, but generally speaking, we're talking about the same sorts of things. For some, I will mention as well, though, I think that we are seeing an increase in the need for personal hygiene products. So things like shampoo and soaps, and of course, feminine hygiene products as well. Those are certainly on the rise, and the need is there to provide those to the high school students as well. But the basic supplies, and in many cases, sometimes food as well, is whether it's in kindergarten or all the way through grade 12, the need is there.
All right, Gary, thank you so much. That again is Gary Timuk, chair of the Surrey Board of Education.